called Balance. I did this one quite a few years ago, and even though I did it, I want to say, I guess around 10 years ago, it's been a very popular piece through all the shows and events I've gone to. It's sold many prints. I'm actually shocked that I still have the original, but it's representing where the title Balance is about gender. And so I showed a male figure standing in the center of the painting, and he's surrounded by various animals and creatures, some realistic and some are fantasy type realm creatures. And they are sort of coming to him because he's safe, because he's solid, balanced. His energy is strong yet gentle, and so all these creatures are, both protecting him and feeling protected by his energy. He's really at balance with nature, and at balance with the different realms as well, the spiritual realms. And I chose to put a male figure there, sort of as a response to the often chaotic and violent energy that our culture sometimes associates with males, and this sort of macho, strength versus a gentle, quiet strength. And so I wanted to sort of convey a message of masculinity as being a gentle balance rather than some kind of in-your-face macho-ness. And so that painting, like I said, has been very popular for many years, but I sort of answered it recently with this painting. This piece is also not the original. This is another print on canvas by my stepdad, Ad. But the original piece is actually much bigger, and it's sort of a response to this, in that our culture also misrepresents female energy, especially aging female energy. And so that's what this figure is representing, a woman that is more middle-aged, heading into crone stage, which crone is, the term used by some people, like in the pagan community and other communities, to represent a wise woman, a woman who's older and has experienced a lot and has some knowledge to pass on. So she's coming into that stage in her life, and rather than being sort of stuffed down by culture, like happens way too much, I think older women tend to be ignored and seen as not important anymore. And so she is standing in an open stance, sort of not only welcoming energy, but sort of giving out energy as well. And she has a fox wrapped around her waist, sort of peering out behind her. She's got a quiver of arrows strapped on her back. She's the wind's blowing her hair. Her image is actually influenced by the poet and artist William Blake. He painted an image that I saw it years ago, even as a kid, and it sat with me. And it was called Man as Architect. And it was sort of an image of the divine, of man creating. And I just always really loved it. I love his work in general. It's so, even for back then, it really questioned what religion was and what people thought spirituality was. And so this is sort of my feminine version of that response. And so the title of this painting is Woman as Architect. And so she's got all these sort of figures surrounding her, supporting her, interacting with her. She's interacting with them. They are giving and taking energy as well from each other. They've got fantasy realm creatures like a human butterfly mix, and owls, which for me represent wisdom. Herons represent healing. There's a golden dove and a squirrel, a serpent. The serpent energy represents healing as well. And that's sort of wrapped around this sphere that she's holding, these two energy spheres that are a mix of sort of opposites. There's the fish in the sun, and they're coexisting though. They're rather than destroying each other, they are merging to give off this energy, this sort of life-giving, healing energy. And this character is a musician. See her holding the flute, and it's all sort of interweaving to throw out just a powerful energy. You've got this angel figure up here with a crow kind of stuffed behind her in the wings. And it's representing the different realms as well. You've got the spiritual divine realm. You've got the earth, the realm, in earth. And as much as, people, I think, in modern times especially, live sort of disconnected from those realms. They stay in the material realm and sort of lose sight of the spiritual realm. But in reality, we're interacting with it every day, and so that's what's going on here in terms of that. That's kind of what's going on in all my paintings. When you see the swirling and the weaving energy and line and things like that, that's what that is. It's the constant integration of energy.